you're listening to my opinion page on Facebook, you could go to their workplace. You could go and check out means of income. What you can't do is you cannot violate my rights, and I can say I'm leaving Facebook. You are now leaving Facebook, and you are now entering the United States of America, which has sovereignty, which has laws, which has issues to discuss about censorship, about you exercising your First Amendment rights, your Second Amendment rights, your Third Amendment, Fourth, Fifth, 14th, I mean, all of it. What happened was, I could tell you about violations, I could tell you about intellectual property, I could tell you about a lot of things that go on social media. And I'm not going to go into the details, I'm just going to tell you a lot of people get a lot of more than just junk information. There's a lot of people who go on Facebook and send dick pics, and it's sick what we've gone through. And Facebook really doesn't do anything. They have been now adding fact checkers to our information, and they're targeting Christians. They're targeting Trump voters especially. So if you're a Trump voter and you feel like you have some concerns that you would address, so welcome back to the United States of America, where there's laws and laws that have been broken, violations, there's sections, there's things that are going on social media right now that's illegal. And Facebook is a community. It's not a country, and it doesn't have a set of laws. See, they have rules, that's one thing. But laws are a different thing. And then there's such a thing called the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and also intellectual property rights and other things that we can discuss at another time. I just want to lay out the case because we're going to prepare a statement for some of you guys that are on our Facebook page. If you haven't already noticed, a lot of the content we create on our own. A lot of it's also used, and it says there's a disclaimer, and I will make sure that disclaimer is up so that you guys know that there's a disclaimer. It'll be the Fair Use Act of, I think, 1976. I don't know. It's a Fair Use Act, though, and we'll put the Fair Use Act up so that you know that we are aware that we could use that information as long as we don't distribute it to make a living or make money. But I just want to illustrate some of the things that were going on Facebook. We were posting up the Star Spangled Banner, and the fact-checking website that came in, paid by Facebook, and other things that have gone on Facebook. Also, child abuse. When it comes to child abuse, Facebook is not allowed to hinder an investigation. It's called obstruction of justice. So that you guys know, if there's ever child abuse or anything on Facebook, report it to the local authorities. It is, by law, important. If you see it show up on anyone's Instagram or anything, contact the local police. Thank you for listening to our beginning segment, because we're going to talk about this. We're going to go there to part 2 because there's more information going to come out. And this came from Alex Jones's show about how Facebook thinks of themselves as their own country. Well, they do everything through policy. Well, we're going to challenge Facebook. If we have to go to court, also with the abortion legislation, we're going to go to court instead, because they cannot have pre-filled COVID vaccinations and get away with lying to Americans. It is a bioweapon, and we know it. They used abortifacient to create that those vials of vaccinations. They can't make you do anything. They cannot make us take a vaccination. They are sick.